This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review, and I am ready to take a look at your MLB overnight lines for the games on Thursday, June 23rd. Let's get right to it. A short card, as it usually is on Thursday. We're going to take a look at the Philadelphia Phillies and the Minnesota Twins to begin this video. An early start on Thursday, and we're going to do what we've done in the first two games of this series. We're going to keep riding what has been one of the most incredible streaks in Major League Baseball. I'm talking about Minnesota Twin games over the total. 14-1-1 are the Minnesota Twins to the over in their last 16 games, an incredible mark, and I think we've got a chance to see that over streak continue here on Thursday afternoon. I mean, Jerad Eickhoff will be on the mound for the Phillies. He's been no great shakes, and he's really struggled on the road. A 5.23 ERA for Eickhoff away from home this season. Minnesota's lineup has been hitting the baseball a lot better as of late, getting decent production up and down their lineup. Should be able to have some success here against Eickhoff. Ricky Nolasco, the veteran for the Minnesota Twins, will get the start here. He, to me, is not a pitcher that I trust. He's had a disappointing season to this point and has struggled at Target Field. 5.86 ERA for him and 7 home starts. You know, both of these starters have had difficulty pitching deep, which means these two very beleaguered and suspect bullpens should get their share of innings and help to push this game over the total. Both teams capable of scoring late against these subpar bullpens. So total sitting at 8.5 in this game. I'll bet another Philly-Minnesota game over the total Thursday afternoon between those two teams. Another game that should have a lot of runs in bunches, San Diego and Cincinnati. Don't look now. San Diego's lineup is in the midst of their best run of the season. I mean, this lineup right now, let's give them credit. They're not great on paper. There's not a lot about it that scares you, really, but outside of maybe Matt Kemp and Will Myers, the way they've been hitting lately, but give them credit. They are pounding the ball right now. 5 runs or more scored in 6 straight games for San Diego. All of those games soaring over the total. They're facing Cincinnati lefty John Lamb, and let's keep in mind San Diego has been mashing and hitting well against lefty pitching all season long. John Lamb's been very inconsistent. He's had some good starts. He's had some bad starts. He has a 5.55 ERA, 1.61 WHIP in his last 7 starts. So San Diego, with their success against lefty starters, I think they're capable of scoring some runs here. However, I think the door is open for Cincinnati to counter them with some offensive punch of their own against Christian Friedrich, the San Diego lefty who will be on the mound. Friedrich, 10 runs allowed in 9.1 innings and 2 career starts against Cincinnati, so he's struggled against this team in the past, and he is prone to the home run ball. And in a park like this, Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, which can serve up a lot of home runs, could be a bit of a difficult matchup for Friedrich here. He allowed 2 home runs in his last start against Washington, which was probably his roughest outing of the year. 6 runs on 9 hits allowed in 6 innings of work. And Cincinnati's lineup has been pretty productive of late. 4 runs or more in 5 of their last 8 games. The San Diego bullpen is certainly not a trustworthy group these days either, capable of allowing runs late. We see the total of this game, 9.5 right now. I think, at least it's shy of 10. I was thinking it might be 10, but the fact that it's 9.5 at least gives us, I think, a little bit of wiggle room to bet this game up and over the total. So we'll look over 9.5 on Thursday between San Diego and Cincinnati. 2 suspect pitchers, 2 suspect pitching rotations, and 2 lineups that right now are in pretty good form. Before we wrap up this video, I have to talk about our good friend James Shields. How can I not when I see his name on the marquee on Thursday, June 23rd? He'll be on the mound yet again for the White Sox, taking on the Boston Red Sox in the finale of that series. Rick Porcello will be on the mound for the Red Sox. Pretty simple to me. You don't pound your head against the wall in trying to determine when James Shields is going to turn it around. He's got to show you evidence, and right now he hasn't. So to me, obviously Boston minus 225, minus 230 in that game. The adjustment has been made. Odds makers have adjusted to how pathetic and awful and brutal James Shields has been in his last 3 or 4 starts. So it's hard to find value, but still, I think you've got to keep attacking and going against James Shields as even in this kind of situation, but do it probably via another method. I would look toward Boston on the run line, get a better price, minus 1.5. Boston team total over is probably going to be worth a look here with James Shields getting pounded on a start-in, start-out basis. Again, the money line's too expensive. Like they say on the Enterprise Rent-A-Car commercial, sounds expensive, the old lady. It is too expensive to back Boston on the money line here, but still, I'm going to look to the secondary markets as another way to bet against James Shields here. Boston run line, Boston team total over are definitely going to be two things I'll be looking at here in this game between the White Sox and Red Sox as we try to go against James Shields one more time as he continues to absolutely get crushed each time out, it seems, these days for the Chicago White Sox. That will wrap things up for my look at MLB overnight lines for Thursday, June the 23rd. As I said, it's a very short card. As always, check out sportsbookreview.com for the latest and quality sports betting information. And until next time, enjoy the games and good luck.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.